It's a crucial day for the Shaw family. They've travelled from their home in Northumberland to Manchester for a medical appointment which they hope will provide good news for 2-year-old Teddi. A year after she left hospital following pioneering treatment, they'll learn how well it's working.
I'm not usually nervous with appointments because I know that she's doing well. Like you can see she's doing well, but there's more behind it than just the physical appearance.
Have a look at the toys, hiya.
This is definitely the most nervous I've been for an appointment so far.
Teddi was born with a devastating condition called metachromatic leukodystrophy, or MLD. It's a progressive disorder which, without treatment, leaves children unable to perform basic functions and is ultimately life-limiting. Last year, Teddi became the first child in the UK to receive a pioneering gene therapy on the NHS.
I think until next year, I'll still be a bit nervous.
Now, her medical team are gauging its success.
Teddi is coming up to 2 years and 3 months now, and this is usually the time when MLD presents in children who have not been treated. So this appointment today is really vital because this would tell us that the treatment is working and that what we want to see is that she remains symptom-free.
Manchester is the only centre in the UK where Teddi could receive her groundbreaking gene therapy. It works by removing the child's stem cells which contain the faulty gene that causes MLD. Those stem cells are then treated, effectively reprogrammed with functioning copies of the gene, before they're fed back into the young patient.
She can count to about 15, says the alphabet through.
While Teddi sees this appointment as a chance to play, her medical team are using it to observe her progress, something that will continue for many years to come.
To be part of Teddi's journey from the beginning of when she came to us, that first patient in the NHS to receive the treatment, and to be part of that and then still seeing her until she's 18 years old. It just continues my passion and motivation to continue working with MLD and pushing forward all the stuff we do.
While the indications for Teddi are positive, her family must live every day with a heartbreaking reality. The treatment, which is offering so much hope for Teddi's future, wasn't available to her older sister.
2, 3.
By the time of her diagnosis with MLD, 4-year-old Nala's symptoms had progressed beyond the point where she was eligible.
You had a nice day.
Since then, Nala's condition has worsened, and the outlook for these two sisters is now sharply contrasting.
It is getting through, just being happy, spending time as a family. I think that's the most important thing, making sure Nala's included. That's how we kind of get through day by day. With Nala, we know the things she loved, and Teddi loves the same thing, so we try and get Teddi involved and Nala with the stuff with the stuff that she used to do. She's still here. It's not changing. She's still here, and we're not going to make her feel different just because she is different.
Back at hospital in Manchester, little sister Teddi's progress has been hugely reassuring for the medical team.
What's them? Where's the bubbles?
But blood tests, where bubbles provide a welcome distraction, will be vital in confirming how well the treatment is working. At what point will you know whether Teddi has been cured?
So I think that's really difficult to answer, but I would really hope that if we see that she doesn't develop any symptoms of the form of MLD she has in the first decade of life, I would be much more optimistic to say that this is a curative treatment, but she will need lifelong follow-up to make sure.
Thanks to her pioneering gene therapy, the signs for Teddi are positive. For her family, that news couldn't be more welcome. But as they care for two daughters facing very different futures, many challenges still lie ahead.
And Helen joins us in the studio. First of all, we must say that those blood tests have come back and they confirm that Teddi is doing well, Helen, which is absolutely fantastic news. Now, the girl's mum, Ali, she is campaigning, or she's amongst those who are campaigning for MLD to be included on the list of conditions that babies will be routinely tested for soon after they're born. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Helen?
Yes, the parents of newborn babies are offered what's known as a blood spot test, which looks for 9 rare but serious conditions, and at the moment MLD isn't included on that list, but a number of organisations, including interested charities, say that that should change. Now, Teddi was able to be treated for her MLD because of early diagnosis, and that only happened because the condition had already been pinpointed in her older sister, and their mother Ali says that routine screening would prevent that terrible situation.
I think now that there is treatment available, it doesn't make any sense to me that it wouldn't be put on there. So many children could be saved if it was on there. It shouldn't have to take for a child to be diagnosed to then have a sibling that is able to get the treatment. It shouldn't take for one child to have to die, essentially, for younger siblings to live.
And the decision on whether to change that screening programme would be made by an independent committee. And it's already been having a look at this, very recently in fact. And although it decided not to change the situation at the moment, it did say that the signs are promising and do justify further study. Now, the Department of Health and Social Care summed up the current situation for me in this statement. It said the UK National Screening Committee does not currently recommend screening for this condition based on its latest review in June 2023. However, it says a further review of the evidence will take place and the committee will report back in due course. Now, that's unlikely to be before 2026, even 2027. So, of course, people like Ali Shaw say a decision is needed much more swiftly.
Absolutely. Helen, thank you very much indeed for that. Our health correspondent, Helen Ford.